Hi everyone, it's Anna here, and this post for Swedish Housecraft is a tag creation kind of a post where I use all kinds of dies to create a tag shape. First of all, I'm using the Gummiapan banner dies, and I'm just making sure that this stamp will actually fit. So I'm choosing the size that will work. And first of all, I just die cut and run it through my big shot machine. And then into making it into a tag shape, I start off by creating a square of sorts by just turning the dies so that it will actually work for what I have in mind. And now I have a squarish kind of a shape. Now, in order to get the tag look, I'm just using that same die to create like a notch like you would get in a regular tag. I just cut it off, and then I do the same thing for the other side. I'm not measuring to make them the exact same size or anything, I'm just eyeballing it really. And if I haven't gone the whole way through like I did that, I just use my scissors to make sure that it is done. And here I'm using a square stitch die to show that you can use basically, well, almost any die that you have, but it's just take out your dies and see what works and what doesn't. And now I'm creating a notch on that one as well, same as I did before. And in case you want to have the exact same size, I'm just using that little bit of like cut off, adding a bit of adhesive to it, and then sticking it to the other one, so I have a guide to where I want to cut really. So I'm just pulling that right next to that one, and then I just run it through my big shot machine, and the tag is done. And then you have these two different kinds of sized tags all ready to be used. And now I've got my tag shape ready. I'm just stamping the Magnolia image to that tag that I just created. And since I will be heat embossing the image, I am using a Versamark ink, so it would hold the embossing powder later on. And to make sure that it's making my life easier, I'm using an anti-static tool, basically baby powder, to make sure that the embossing powder will only stick where the sticky ink is. And I'm just adding the embossing powder to the image and just funneling the extra powder back in the jar, and then I'll just heat emboss this image. I'm just making sure that I have no loose powder around the image, and then I will heat emboss this little girly. Now I want to keep the tag quite simple, so I am coloring the image using my colored pencils. I'm not shading anything really, just making sure that it looks nice. And this is actually a great way to create your Christmas tags with your children, because they can really participate and just have fun and color in. And of course, if I'm creating a tag, I need to punch a hole so I can add my ribbon of choice to the top. And I'm using this beautiful green sheer ribbon, and I'm just threading it through that little hole and tying it into a little bow, just so that it's a bit decorative and adds a bit of colour to the whole tag, really. Well, the tag is really done, but I thought it just needs just a tiny little bit more. So I decided to take out my circle stamp from Gummiapan, and I'm just adding circles here and there just for a touch of texture. That's the tag done. And I have several photos here, and of course, if you're interested, you can click on the links after this one for more Swedish housecrafts videos. Bye!